Intruder alert! Intruder alert! We got an invader! It's just Mustache Girl. Just chilling. Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more of a Hat in Time. And in the last episode, we messed about with a few mods, and we also saved Mustache Girl from the Mafia, dodging a bunch of barrels. And it sounds like our Rumbo's having a little bit of trouble. Snap out of it. Oh, why can't I never whack this thing? There we go, get an extra point for that. But yeah, in this episode, we're going to be conversing with Mustache Girl and plan to get our stuff back from the Mafia. So let's go do just that.
Are you ready to take down some Mafia? Let's do it! I'm psyched! Let's go over the plan. All assaults need a good plan, or it'll be a flop. First, we strangle them, choke them, and watch them beg for mercy. That'll show them.
Wow, she went Sandre pretty quick. Then again, if she's been dealing with the Mafia for so long, not really that big of a surprise.
No, wait. Strangling is too kind.
Nani?
We smash them together into mush and put their remains in a jar.
Whoa! Too far! Too far!
Then we sell the jar for pocket money. That'll be the ultimate salt in the wound.
Who are you gonna sell the remains to? A necromancist? Necrofrancis? I don't even know.
But first we have to make it through their Mafia HQ.
Okay, this I can agree with, because it seems like he's bad, dumb, and he probably smells, but he's got a timepiece, and that's our problem right there. So... But considering the moustache, are you related in some possible manner?
Once we find and dethrone the Mafia boss, the rest will follow. Then our mush and jar party will be no problem.
Your mush and jar party, me, timepiece extravaganza.
We've got to get you geared up. Your hat is basic, and we don't do basic in this gang.
Rude! Insulting my style.
Yarn can be found around Mafia Town and used to stitch new hats if you're crafty. I've collected one for you.
Oh well, thanks. A sprint yarn. Not entirely too sure how a sprint yarn's going to help us take down the Mafia, maybe to get away quickly. But this is more of a tutorial in case you haven't been grabbing yarn so far, and sprint yarn only costs 2 yarn in order to stitch. So that's probably the main reason. But it would have made a little bit more sense if it was actually a brewing yarn.
You need more yarn for some hats than others. I guess being creative isn't free. So keep an eye out for yarn. Now you're a killing machine. Let's go get them.
And with that, pretty much gives us what we're going to be doing in this episode. We're going to be taking down the Mafia. So there's not really anything that we can do on our ship right now other than that little meetup for an extra piece of yarn right there, an extra ball of yarn. So it's time to go back to Mafia Town and continue on with our grand adventure. We got Act 3 yet again. It's still locked. It doesn't matter when you take care of it. You could have taken care of it before Barrel Battle. It's more of a filler episode than anything else. But it's actually kind of an interesting one. She came from outer space, which is technically true. Perspiration? The sky seems to be perspirating. Perspirating, excuse me. English is hard. Yeah, that pretty much means it's going to be raining, and it also looks like it's going to be at the late night times. Yep, we've got a bit of a change of atmosphere in Mafia Town. And there's our guy, the executive, I guess. And of course we start pretty much near where we started before. And look at her looking all cute. Yeah. So yes, it is raining. And if the frame rate or the bit rate is actually a little bit janky, well, this is how the game is. Well, maybe not the frame rate exactly. That might be due to my computer. But this is pretty much how it would look like. If I took off the rain, it will run a lot smoother. And the bit rate on YouTube will probably be a lot better. But on any version of the game, the rain would be active, and I want to show it off as such, and the frame rate is just good enough for us to work with, so I'm pretty chuffed with that. In fact, it's actually not that bad. It'd probably just be the amount of rain that just makes it look bad. I don't know. But there's a yarn right here at the start. What does this guy have to say about it?
Little girl see thing over there? Mafia wonder if there is way to get, but Mafia no time to search for entrance if Mafia need to stare.
Well, it's kind of funny, really, because that is actually an ice yarn, but you kind of need the ice hat in order to get it, so it's kind of a big tease. By the way, we've actually still got our dye active, but notice that Hat Kid's changed her appearance. She's got a raincoat on, and this is always her colour. It's always yellow with purple highlights. Because if we just take off this dye quickly, so we get out of Frisk for a moment and go back to normal, our hat is mainly, or our costume is normally purple with yellow highlights. This is why I wanted to install the opposite dye. It pretty much inverts all of our colours, and it is a perfect match for the raincoat. So we're going to be wearing this for this episode, because it kind of matches and makes us stand out. On the nice dark atmosphere, we stand out like a light. Speaking of lights, shining rainbow lights right here point us to a relic with a cow with green horns. Well, actually, that's the lighting. He's supposed to be yellow horns. But another relic right there. Nice to snap our fingers onto that. But the reason why we're heading a little bit backwards from where we started right here is because we come up here, there's a tourist. And he seems to be mad.
That darn seagull over there took my camera. I would have gone and done a belly dive over there. No, but this belly's too precious for sliding on.
You shouldn't put yourself down like that, mate. Plus, not only that, but you can easily jump cancel. Yeah, this is kind of like like the tutorial for actually doing the slide, because I didn't have to use the ice hat in order to make this panel. By the way, you can actually, you know, since it's now nighttime, get that exclusive yarn in front of the badge seller at the crane, and you'll be able to, you know, get that other yarn that we just pointed out a lot earlier. But I can't do that because it's the PC version and I don't get that yarn, it doesn't exist. But we got his camera, which seems to be a badge for some reason. Press back, select minus whatever it is that you have it mapped to take pictures of your journey. Swap it out of the start menu, so you have to have it equipped in order to actually use it. But if we do, the world freezes. Similar to Super Mario Odyssey, you can move the camera around. Everything freezes. You can change the depth of field, or you could just remove it altogether for nice pan shots. And some things don't actually render off in the distance. If I move it back a tad, you can actually see they pop back in. And by the way, we can actually zoom in on this pond right here. Yep, they are actually 3D. So that's kind of cool. And we have a bunch of filters as well, if I can get back to where Hat Kid was. Hang on. There we are. Look how cute she is. She's just hiding in a nest. But yeah, we've got a bunch of filters. We've got hashtag no filters, what we've been on. Action blue. Cold. Dreamy. Girly things. Noir, like film noir. Very old fashioned. Purple night. Silhouette. I think the colour changes every time you go into it. Yeah, it does. The 80s. So it's got a bit of a washed out grain to it. But it also looks brighter. Sunset, which is very sun-bleached-like. Vibrant, which is just, like, raising the contrast considerably. Vintage, which is like a brown style. Vintage 2, which is more like a purplish hue. And that's it. So, obviously, I'm not going to be using this because, well, I'm recording it, but unless we have some interesting moments, but I'm going to have to obviously angle. Can't make that jump back, which is perfectly fine. And I'm going to put on our item magnet badge just in case because, well, we need to return this camera. So, let's be good Samaritans and actually do that. So, let's make our way back up and around. And, yeah, we're pretty much back up to where those barrels were. So, we weren't that far off from where we left off in the previous episode when we rescued Mustache Girl from the Mafia. Speaking of which, let's just head back down and talk to the guy.
You got my camera? Wow, thanks, kid. But I've actually got a ton of cameras in reserve. I don't need it.
Fair enough.
I was just looking for an excuse to yell at seagulls. You can keep it.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I mean, you've already got 2 cameras on your chest, so that kind of makes sense. I almost got dive bombed by that guy. Bugger off. Yeah, those things like to dive bomb you. They just float around and then they just, you know, let go of their sleeping bubble balloon, snot bubble, whatever you want to call it, and that's how it is. We've got a sitting Mafia right there. We want to keep tabs on him for the achievement later on. And we just basically want to go exploring around the immediate area. For example, there is a relic up there, but we can't reach it. Remember, all relics become tokens after we grab up to 12 of the relics, so that will probably be a token when we're able to actually grab that, because that's not going to be able to be grabbed for a while. This one, however, just in the middle of the bunch of boats here, I guess, just a sprint yarn, just floating around out of nowhere. So we can snap our fingers on that one, and we're going to head over this way, I think. I want to go blow this one up. So yeah, the brewing hat looks really nice doing this. I mean, I remember, like, when the game was first released, most hats didn't actually get affected by dye. I believe the brewing hat was actually one of those hats that never got affected. Now it does, and it looks awesome. It's just changing the colour index, but keeping the actual design.
Little girl want to ride boat? Ha! Hop on! Boat ride very safe.
Yeah, I don't believe you, mate, with that cough. You might want to get that checked out, if you know what I mean.
Yesterday I saw family. I say to family, I take everything now. Family beg for Mafia not to take everything. Mafia say it is joke. Mafia funny.
That's just rude.
But real joke is Mafia take everything anyway.
And you're just scum. Seriously. It's like the Mafia don't know how to do anything else but be mean. But yeah, we've pretty much done everything here at the port town, I guess you can call it. So, oh yeah, by the way, there are mud puddles everywhere in this level. I've been avoiding them for a while, but I might as well talk about it now. Look how adorably creepy she looks. Dripping with mud, acting like a zombie. Her eyes are shining, which I don't actually get, but smooches. I love it. If you don't want the mud, you can easily just jump into water to get rid of it, so that'll reset your preference. But if you are covered in mud, and you approach some Mafia, well, they've all kind of moved away, you can actually scare them off. And this is actually one that will talk to us. But if we make him jump into the water, they actually die. The Mafia can't swim for some reason. Yeah, kind of interesting, that. So, that's one method of taking them out, just getting them out of your way. Oh, and we've got another little island over here that we could actually do a belly slide jump to. You can actually get the camera there as well. For some reason, the camera is in 2 positions, but you might as well just get it next to the camera guard, to the tourist, because he points it out, and when you grab it in one location, it disappears on the next. And other than all that, we've actually done down here. We might as well just go head to our location, which is up there. Mainly because, well, we just got to make our way up there. There's nothing down here that are worth of interest at the moment. So we can do a little hop jump over this way. Keep climbing the side of the cliff. Back to pretty much where we began. Hop up this way. Avoid that mud. Do a little dash-a-rooney up this way. Up the ladder. And we're actually right where we need to be. If I just pop this off, we're actually right there. But we're not going to do anything up there for now. There was some stuff in the immediate area that I want to go grab right now. Because if we activate what we're actually going to go for, we won't be able to drop down below this point. So, where I am right now, we'll just void out and you'll be respawned back up there. So I want to grab that now so that if we do see anything, it won't tease us. So let's get our brewing hat back on for now. And I want to go jump down this way, and then it's right here. There we are. I saw the rainbows. Oh, I thought I landed on it. That would have been nicely done. But yeah, so Brewing Yarn's just hanging out on this balcony right here, right next to this tower, where it has some slides. We want to go mess with these slides, but not right now. First of all, I want to go drop down here, because there is a chest here. We're not going to go down this slide, because it's the shorter one. We're going to go down the longer one, which is just above us. Here we get a cow with green goggles. They're actually green goggles, as that's not lighting, even though it kind of matches the horns for some reason. That don't matter. It's another relic, and we need all the relics we can get. Still can't do anything with them yet, though, so we'll keep that on tabs for later. I'll blow these up, why not? I kind of need the money. Always need the money. Here comes the money. Right, let's slide down here, and because we've slid for quite a while, we get an achievement for that. And quite timing as well, because not only that, but it drops us off right next to a brewing yarn if we jump off this parasol. Everything's just so kinetic. You can just, as long as, this is why I planned this route out. It's just so methodic. You get achievements on the way, you cover areas that you're pretty much in the vicinity of, and you grab items as you go. This is what all that planning came to. Speaking of planning, got a ball here. You can actually whack them around the place, but what you actually want to do is pick one of them up. I think it's intended for you to pick 2 up and bring them to these switches, but if you just drop one of the... Excuse me. At least that actually landed on the switch, but it's probably going to get whacked now because I'm taking care of these enemies. Yeah, I think what's intended is that you're supposed to drop a ball on both of these switches, but the thing is you can just activate the other switch yourself and a chest will appear. And with that, we get another Rift token, which I believe is our 3rd one in total. Which means I can actually talk about the Rift Roulette that was in our ship that we unlocked with the Brewing Hat. Now that we have 3 tokens, it requires 3 tokens a pop in order to have a go at the Rift Roulette. The Rift Roulette will give you, in-game, dies, hat flares, like different styles of hats that have the same effect as the core hat that you have to stitch, for that category anyway, as well as musical remixes of the level themes so they swap out, and obviously something in your ship will actually change so you can actually, you know, change them. The thing is, the stuff in the Rift Roulette, which I'll talk about while I make my way back up, because we've actually done around here now, is that you can't get everything in the Rift Roulette in any version of the game, unless it's the PC version, because, you know, mod Rift tokens by completing mod levels by grabbing their timepieces, they become tokens, and mod levels can have tokens anyway.
I tell son, you punch people when big and strong. But Mafia no son never become big and strong.
Why would you say that?
Mafia heart is broken.
Wow, self-inflicted heartbrokenness. Interesting. But yeah, it's a little bit odd, because like in the PC version you can like get as many, due to mods, you can get as many tokens as you want. But some mods don't actually give you stuff immediately. They actually just, some of them can actually put them in to the roulette, so you actually have a reason to play the mod rifts. And you also get a free go every time you do a time rift as well, which we'll get into later. For now though, I'm avoiding the puddles of mud, because if we talk to this guy before we do...
Oh no! Aliens are coming for Mafia! I can see spaceship. Muddy gloop monsters will arrive any minute.
That's a clue. Yeah, as I've said before, if I believe I have anyway, the title cards that appear in the loading screens when you choose an act kind of give you a clue to what you need to do, and if not, he'll give you the clue.
Huh? It's slimy space alien! Mafia's a spaceship! Mafia knew all along! Mafia is being invaded by aliens! Ah!
He's seen some things. And look at us. How could you be scared about this adorable thing? Smooches! Run away! And yeah, if we fall down here now, we just void out. That's why I wanted to do all that stuff beforehand. Yeah, I didn't mean to actually talk a little bit over that. I was a bit closer than I thought I was to activate. I normally stand right in front of him to do it. But yeah, this dude just wants to run away at pretty much his top speed, and he likes to moon jump all over the place. By the way, item over there that we can't get right now. Keep that under tabs as well. Run! Let's blow a raspberry! Because why not? We're just going to have to do a little bit of a wall jump here. And keep on his tail. And he is cornered. He's supposed to turn around.
Leave Mafia alone, you monster! Here, if Mafia give you this, will you go away?
That's exactly what I came here for. Thank you. And I'll leave you be, good sir. The executive has been cornered and scared to death. And with that, we are back on the ship. I decided to cut out that little loading screen for reasons, because we're not actually done yet. There's not really much we can do on the ship right now. I mean, Mustache Girl is still chilling down there. We could go to the Rift Roulette and actually use our tokens, but for now I'm not going to do that until we've actually had the free roulette that we get when we beat a time rift. As I said, once we actually do a time rift, we can explain a little bit further on that. We can elaborate a bit more. For now, though, with that mission complete, we have a new boss level, Down with the Mafia. One less soon, for the population anyway, but it's still raining. It's actually technically the same night if you've been doing everything in order. Looks like we got a brawl on our hands. We're going to have to fight the leader himself. Once again, we leave off from the previous act that we completed, roughly in the same area, and the cannon is now unlocked. You can go all the way back up there if you want, which actually has an item up there now, which I believe is exclusive to the PC version, but we will get that later, because we're not going up there right now, because we've already been up there. For now, we're going onwards, and I'm going to switch to Raz's goggles for this.
You took your time. Help me out here. Get these brutes off my case and we can go inside.
Let's just hope you didn't get smacked in the face by one of those cans. It looks like it's about to hit you. Well, she doesn't actually get hit, but what we can do is use this for decently speed travel and also make it easier to land normal jump attacks on these guys because of the bigger hitbox.
Good job, kid.
And with that, she allows you to get in by hitting one of the switches because there's actually nothing for you to pick up here in order to do that. But before we do, let's head to the back and grab the one collectible that's just hiding behind here, as well as a bit of health. We get another rift token. It's just hiding behind the building. There's literally nothing else behind here, despite the big open area. So we'll just use this to get back a little bit quicker, just because we got it equipped right now. Now here's something that's a little bit funny. You can actually get on top of this building, even though you can't do it in normal means. You'll have to use mods to like fly up there. But here's something that's really odd. If I come over this way, which is actually like officially able to do so because they actually put ponds up here for you to collect, you can actually stand on here, but you won't be able to get enough height in order to get up there. But what is weird is that overhang is solid, but this isn't. And I have no idea why that one's not solid. It's like the only one. So I don't understand that. So let's open the door and let's head in. Let's go. It's showtime, baby. We are in. And it's a casino-like bar. Seems to be. And she's just gone straight into the kitchen. And there he goes with our timepiece. Looks like we're not going to be able to get past because that guy is keeping guard at the door. Alright, so we've got a little bit of exploration to do. So I think the best thing we're going to do is have the sprint hat to move a little bit faster around here.
You should leave. This is no place for little girl. Most places not for child, but especially here.
Pay heed to what he says, because all the other Mafia around here will actually chuck cans around you and will knock you on your butt. They won't do damage, they'll just hit you.
If small child get gambling problem, it's her own fault. These roulette tables purely for looks. No gambling here.
What's the point? Interesting, so you basically just man nothing. What about these slot machines? It looks like it only takes local currency. But you forgot to stop at the Bureau de Change. Even though ponds are literally everywhere, and that seems to be the currency for this world, considering what we have to do in order to progress. It's still pouring down outside. It's much nicer to watch from indoors, though. Yeah, I mean, some people actually like doing that, actually, when it's a nice rainy day. I mean, we haven't been getting rain recently in the UK. We had a couple of thunderstorms, but that was about it. And now it's just gone back to normal summer heat of 30 degrees. Yeah, this dude just slides across, blocking your way. It's kind of funny, actually. Anyway, we've got the badge seller right here. Thank God he's here, so we can actually buy stuff. Ouch!
Please, disregard my twitchy behavior. My body has been to places that have left a permanent mark.
Further thinking that I think he's a one-shot reference, even though he's not actually part of one shot. The squares give it away. I don't know. That's just me. But hey, he's got a badge pin! Pretty much what it means. It allows you to equip one more badge. There are 2 of these in the game, allowing us to equip up to 3 badges at once. There we go. So now we can actually buy the hover badge and have it equipped alongside our magnet. And it costs only 100. We do actually have an umbrella. And yeah, Hat Kid actually speaks when we buy stuff, which I accidentally talked over, which I apologise for. Look at those ponds fly out of our head. Haha! Got the hover badge. Automatically pull out your umbrella before deadly impact. Here's the thing. If you fall too far, you take full damage. If you fall even further than where you would normally take full damage, you would void out and respawn where you land. But here, you would actually, unless it was a pit that will respawn you, you will actually land without taking any damage. So that's how full damage works. We can't buy the mobile badge, it's too expensive, so we'll leave that for now. Looks like some ponds are leading up there. We'll deal with that in a bit. For now, though, looks like we can sit here. But it's not just an ordinary chair.
What's troubling you, little girl? Mafia not know what child drink. Whatever problem is, Mafia sure you can deal with it. You look like tenacious type, not leave problem alone. Other little girl run into kitchen, if you are looking for her. She look like unruly type. Keep eye on her.
You know, I don't know what's up with, like, the angles, but Hat Kid just looks so adorable there during that actually quite grown-up chat with a Mafia. But then again, barkeeps normally are quite, like, they show a lot of hospitality. They like to actually know about your problems and help out. Just be nice in general. It's quite awesome, actually. So, let's go into the kitchen. By the way, once again, keep tabs. We can't do anything with ice panels. Seems to be a running thing in Mafia Town at this point. We're in the kitchen. Cockroaches running everywhere that we can actually walk on and splat. Walls are literally falling apart. Steam is everywhere. and cans of gone-off stuff. This appears to be the Mafia's excuse for food. It certainly doesn't smell like it, though. You could probably taste some, but you're not gonna... you're not sure that's something you want in your obituary. Oh boy, that does not sound good at all. So yeah, I was just making sure I had the badge equipped. Bit of health there. I don't think you can actually attack these guys, can you? Yeah, you can actually attack these guys and they'll stop cooking in order to fight you. So you can actually kill all the kitchen stuff if you want, which is kind of morbid, but there you go.
Go ahead, kid. Open this thing up and I'll keep guard here.
Who do you think I am, a Keyblade wielder? We just did Kingdom Hearts, didn't we? Yeah, we can't actually get through there. That massive padlock we need a key for, so we're going to have to go searching in order to break in. Which most of these Mafia don't seem to be too bothered about, so that's kind of a thing. So let's just use this hat to get around quickly, and there's our key. We're not going to be making that. There's a door there. Can we get around? Let's have a little look in here. This is actually the male toilets. Well, then again, there's nothing but the Mafia, so there you go. I like how stiff he just stands there, just rubbing his hands together like he's washing up and stuff. Hello! Star icon, signaling that we can open it up. Shows you the hidden chest. In a cubicle, no less. It's just a rev token just sitting here. What was that with Hackett's face there? That was a bit odd. Okay, whatever. But yeah, can't figure out what's behind these two doors unless we do a little bit of boundary breaking. Here we go. Let's just pop this on and go through the walls, if we can. Let's get the angle right. Doesn't seem to be anything in there. Fair enough. In fact, can we not actually make the camera go up and over? Yeah, we can. So there's the chest. Hang on. This is a little awkward to control, to be perfectly honest. Nothing in that one. But the one that's got a lot of smoke coming out of, it's just a Mafia. As far as we can tell, if we can get the right angle here. Right. There we are. Mafia. The thing is, he's just standing there. He's not actually doing anything. I did not want to take that photo. That was dumb. I'm going to delete that later. Because I just took a picture of nothing, effectively. But yeah, we can do a little bit of boundary breaking with the camera badge. So that's actually pretty cool. Not intended, but, you know, you can see some secrets. So we need to find a way to get to that key. We need a pressure switch. Let's follow these ponds and see where they lead. By the way, just saying right now, if you're using the Cappy mod, don't capture these mice. It's pretty cool, but it'll actually break Hack Kid's animations, and you'll have to actually quit the game in order to make it fixed. There's another kitchen up here with a chef-looking cat. What's up with that?
The Mafia are terrible at cooking, but fear not. Cooking Cat is here. I'll prepare the actual dinner up here and swap the food before anybody eats the Mafia's cooking. I'm fairly certain someone would die if they ate the Mafia-prepared food.
Well, thank you for confirming our suspicions, because we just read about that when we checked the cans. But if you don't mind, I'm going to take one of these, because we can actually use one of these in order to get the key that we need. Sadly, we can't use our hat abilities while carrying something, which, you know, doesn't really make much sense to be perfectly honest, because it is a hat, but we can actually grab this now. And the thing about keys is that even though it's just really a cosmetic swap for your weapon, you can actually use it as your weapon, because she's holding it, and it's big enough. So it just replaces your umbrella for a bit. But here's the thing. We're a Keyblade wielder now. But it's only one use, because as soon as we walk into this door, bang, it's open. Alright, so here's the thing. We can't actually go back up at this point. We're kind of locked into a one-way thing. But that's fine, because if we just do a little hop, skip, and a jump to go into the vent in order to get through, we want to stop here and go down this way. We can check the fish. You resist the urge to think of any fish puns. It's tough, but you manage to hold them back. No, you don't. I will say, though, it's kind of cool that we're breaking in, am I right? Sorry, that was very fishy. We're going to bring you on. Let's just do that. There we are. Grab the side, and we can easily just crawl on through. I'm going to actually switch to the brewing hat at the moment right now, because we're going to need it. Got a bunch of ponds here with a lot of actual money that we can't actually grab. But blowing up this one crate in the corner here gives us another sprint yarn. Yeah, I know I'm going through the collectibles a little bit quick, but you can pause. Reason being is because that we're actually reaching a literal boss. the boss of the Mafia. We're at the final stretch. Yeah, those guards don't really care that we're breaking in, because you can approach them behind here and they just stand there, and if you try to fight them, they're invincible. They're not enemies you can fight. But saying that, before we can even make it to the end, we do have enemies that we can fight. So let's just beat them down quickly. And then we can take down the Mafia proper by taking it straight to the boss. Let's go.
So, it is you! Ever since you landed in Mafia Town, it's been raining with these magical hourglasses. You must be very lost, kid with the hat. You're in the heart of our town, standing before the most powerful man you will ever witness. Everything you've ever owned belongs to me now, including this hourglass piece. If you want it, we'll have to settle it in true Mafia style. Lights, action! It is showtime!
We're dueling on a 2D dimensional plane, I guess, where it's actually a theatre, as we have already established. And he's good with English. Now here's the thing. This is a boss in Hat in Time. Bosses are only vulnerable when they're glowing blue. As you saw there, I tried attacking him when he wasn't glowing blue, wasn't having much luck. But there, chucked a bomb at him when he was glowing blue, and he took damage. Also, when it comes to bosses, as I'm just dodging some basic patterns right here, waiting for him to go blue. Oh, why did I not hit him there? That bomb clearly hit. There we are. But yeah, the thing about bosses is that there's a kind of bit of a difficulty balancing curve that kind of auto-tunes itself when you play the game and when it comes to bosses. If you're having too much trouble with bosses, they'll start dropping health a lot more often when you do damage. But if you've been having a really swimming time and not actually losing a lot, the game will start to ramp up the difficulty. I think Spyro 2 and 3 used to do that as well on the PlayStation, which could be another callback. But it's a very nice, like, balancing thing that they implemented, even if it wasn't intentional. But I feel like it was, and it's quite cool. So, I did not see that Mafia there for some reason. Oh no! Mustache Girl's been kidnapped again! We will rescue you, friendo! That was actually perfectly timed. I actually shut up at that right moment. Okay, so the more damage we do, the more hectic he's going to get with his attacks. He's going to be starting to do this Mafia ball, where he's blue for the whole thing. But the way to get up is that you got to hug in here and then whack him. Right up the booty. I could have chucked a bomb while I was facing the wrong way. Hang on. No, 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 no. Oh, that was bad. Yep, I didn't get a chance there. Oh, here we go. We've got bouncing ones and shockwaves. And he's sped him up. Small hops is what we want to need to do. It's like gone Donkey Kong Country all of a sudden. With King K. Rool in Donkey Kong Countries 1 and 2, I guess. I guess 3 as well, I guess. I haven't really played a lot of Donkey Kong Country. 64 is the one I main with. I have played all 3 of them, I just never beat them. Oh, I could just do a normal jump and nail it. I didn't even home attack on that one. It's a shame I can't hit him with a bomb here. I'll get one charge, just in case if I'm not close enough. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, ouch! Chuck the bomb! Got him! It is done in a burst of juices. And with that, guys, we've taken down the Mafia. And yet they're cheering us on. Well, with that, other than the one cutscene that we've got after this, we are done with fighting the Mafia for now. See you guys next time, as we return to our ship with one more hourglass in stock and helping out Mustache Girl. Give him the crazy eyes. That's so adorable, I love it.
So what do these things do anyway? Are they some sort of rare collector's item for nerds?
That's just rude, and you better stop doing that. Oh dear.